Let's talk about it, man. Let's talk about it. How we doing today? How everybody feeling? How we doing? How we doing? How we feeling? How we feeling, man? It's Mr. Check the Temperature, man. It's another temperature check Tuesdays. No guest tonight. However, you have the opportunity. You can be the guest, man. So make sure we like and make sure we sharing out the broadcast, man. We got a lot of things to talk about. We're gonna talk about the URL big weekend that they had, man. A lot of good battles between the Saturday card and the Sunday card. However, we definitely got to talk about this RBE maxed out card, man. This is the first um, live in-person event for RBE. Definitely and anticipating a very, very good card, man. Very good card has been released, man. Hey, man, definitely thank you for everybody who's tuned in. Make sure you like and make sure you subscribing to the channel. Make sure you sharing out the broadcast. Hey, how y'all doing, man? What's good, Bumpy Bars? Sir Yogami, what's good, man? How everybody doing? How everybody doing? Make sure you like and make sure you are subscribing to the channel. Making sure you're sharing out the broadcast, man. Definitely we are sitting here talking about, man, this is the URL weekend in its entirety. I will be doing some recaps on some of the events or some of the battles themselves. I think just off the top of my head, definitely gonna be doing a real sick Mike P for sure. I really want to look at Kid Chaos and Danny Myers very closely because, you know, after watching it the first time and then going back and watching it the second time, I'll be honest with you, the second time around, it looked a little bit different. It's not as clear cut as you think it would be, man. I think there's definitely some things that Kid Chaos could work on. I think he learned a good lesson. I think him and Flames, First Lady Flames, man, learned a very valuable lesson this weekend. Oh, Bumpy Bars, Topper Coffee. Honestly, I'm gonna go coffee. I'm gonna go coffee only because for me personally, she wasn't supposed to make it that close. You got to kind of look at it like a rookies and vet situation. She wasn't supposed to make it that close. And her having the ability to do so, making it not only close, but also debatable. And a lot of people even think that she won clear. Man, I definitely think Coffee probably had surprise performance of the weekend for sure. Definitely got to salute her and everything she did. I mean, especially everything she was going up against. Bumpy, you live on the West, you know how that goes. Definitely a situation where she had a bunch of narratives, a bunch of different storylines, and she was able to overcome all that. Man, I see Smoke Kings TV is in the building, man. That's one of my guys, man. Definitely salute. I'm glad that you guys are networking with each other, man. That's one thing I do want to say for these new up and coming battle rap analysts. Even though I'm new myself, I would say, man, find your circle, man. Find your circle that's gonna help you promote. You should be intertwining, going on other people's platforms, talking to other analysts, maybe doing a debate show, man. When I first got into battle rap, one of the things I wanted to do actually was start like a young analyst, kind of like a coalition where again you kind of travel from platform to platform and you grow each other's platform organically together. So you're creating a professional network that you probably gonna need to use if you plan on staying in this industry for too long. So shout out to the young gunners, man. Definitely for sure. Coffee had that energy that made the battle debatable. Absolutely. Excuse me. No, when she I've even seen in her post game interviews, man. She's talking about going in there with an extra chip on her shoulder because she knew the girls was down 0-2. Being down 0-2, you know what I'm saying? The first two battles, convincing losses by the women, it'll do something to you. It definitely had her on 10. She definitely took full advantage, man. But y'all make sure y'all like, make sure y'all sharing the broadcast, retweet it, man. I'm about to get on Twitter real quick, tweet it out. Hey, if some of y'all want to come up here and debate me, y'all want to talk some of the battles from this weekend, or you want to definitely talk about this RBE MAXOUT card, we can definitely do that, man. I can put the link to the stream in the comment section. You guys can come up here 5-10 minutes. We can do some talking, man. We can debate. Let's talk about it. It said Bumpy Bar said I had the Queens 3-2. Who? So I know you got Hustle. I know you got So I'm assuming you're going. Oh yeah, you gave you had to have coffee went in there. Quick check while I'm out. Checking in while I'm out. What up, Chim Chat? What up? What up, Selvin? What up, Brody? You know what I'm saying? We just sitting here talking about doing a quick little recap, man, of the weekend. URL had a phenomenal weekend overall. Kings versus Queens 2 on Sunday, but then you had the URL Super Fight on Saturday. By the way, if you haven't checked out the recap that I did with Yoshi G on the channel, definitely make sure you get that. Check that out. I did 2 videos today. I did one on First Lady Flames and one on Kid Chaos. Yes, Kid Chaos did have my hat on in the URL face-offs. You know, that's the Brody, man. That's the bro for real. That was his battle with Real Sick was the first battle I ever did a bar for bar breakdown. So we kind of like bonded over that, and you know what I'm saying, it's been love ever since. So definitely one of the guys, definitely someone who I know a lot of people have his stock down a little bit after this weekend, but I'm telling you, man, that rewatch is different. The rewatch is gonna have it a lot closer than what you believe. I think for me, one of the things I kind of looked at was it's basically 2 narratives about Kid Chaos, man. The first narrative being this, that he takes a very long time to get to his actual punchlines. And then the second narrative is that he waits on crowd reaction. So if you notice with this particular battle, he didn't wait on anyone's reaction. He just kept going. But the problem is the thing that you guys give him or critique him about is one of the things that works to his advantage. If he does, quote unquote, wait on reaction, then that breaks up his bars, that breaks up the layers. Because what happens is, because he raps so fast, he understands what he's saying, but not a lot of the audience does. So we might be 4 to 6 bars behind what he's actually saying, if that makes sense. And so I think when you have that coupled with Danny Myers, who obviously is a faster paced rapper than he is, he's also very quick to the punch. He punches a lot frequently and a lot harder hitting. And I ain't gonna say harder hitting, but I'll just say more noticeable, because Kid Chaos will hit you within a line within the setup. He'll hit you with a punchline within the setup, and I think a lot of people overlook that. So I think on that rewatch, man, when it drops on the app, y'all are definitely gonna look at that battle differently. But I'm definitely gonna be doing a bar recap on that one. As far as Kings versus Queens, man, I'm definitely looking at, obviously, the Coffee versus T-Top is gonna be a good one to do. I want to do Hustle's rounds because all respect to Hustle, man. She had a phenomenal battle, but Averb just pissed me off so bad, bro. Like, I was so disappointed for my city. I was so disappointed honestly, I was disappointed in him, man, because he's built his whole legacy up to be this big misogynistic, you know what I'm saying, B's and H's and T's and everything else in the middle. But when it came time for you to have that moment where you were given the green light to talk crazy, he could have talked crazy to Hustle. He really could have talked crazy to Hustle, but he didn't. He did this laid back approach when she was barking on him. Even if that's your mentality going into the battle, man, after that first round and she's like spitting on the side of your face, and she backing you down in the battle, she talking crazy to you, like, you got to be able to adjust to that. And you know what I'm saying, I was watching some of the interviews after where he said that he don't have that fight in him no more. He doesn't have that desire, you know what I'm saying, that aggression to rap to the level we need him at. Then you got to walk away. You got to walk away. No, I definitely believe Verb was a huge disappointment tonight, this weekend. Huge disappointment. I think, honestly, I had to look back, excuse me, and look very closely, but that might be 3 of his worst rounds of his career. For me personally. I know I'm only one person, but that's how I feel about it. Yeah, I don't know. I think it's I personally think it's time for him to retire at this point. He has become the 2021 T-Rex. And that's not somebody that I want to see fall from grace. Like, just think about it, man. Like, he battled Murder Mook, cleared Murder Mook, and battled Loaded Lux. And a lot of people have him beating Loaded Lux. Like, he did this. He did Murder Mook and Loaded Lux battles within a year from each other. But fast forward, not even, 3 years, and he getting 30 by Hustle. With all due respect to Hustle, because she's definitely someone that you got to look at on the Mount Rushmore for women in battle rap. But god damn, like, you supposed to at least get around. You ain't supposed to get smacked like that. King L, no, I definitely agree. I definitely feel like he lost the passion, man. I definitely think like, as you get older, man, your thought process starts to evolve, which is a good thing. It should evolve. But in battle rap, we're looking for a particular brand. We're looking for a particular style, a particular level of aggression. We don't want to see you act how we act in regular life. We don't want to see you be respectful in regular life and be laid back. You know what I'm saying? Like, I want you to be mad at Hustle like you hit your pinky toe in the corner of the bed frame. Like, be that mad. Be that type mad. Be mad like if you a LeBron fan and he passes the ball and he makes the perfect play, but they missed the shot, knowing what the narrative is going to be tomorrow. Like, be that type mad. Be mad like they ate your last chicken wing and you just got done off an 8-hour shift and you had visions of eating that chicken wing. Be that mad. Like, that's the type of angry that we wanted to see. Good question. Danny is now God tier. Do I agree? I guess give me some other examples of God tier, Bumpy, and I think I can answer that question a little bit better. Now, if you talk about enthusiasm, passion for what you're doing, the want to be literally the want to be the greatest battle rapper ever, you have to get it to Danny Myers. Danny Myers is in a class of his own when it comes to work ethic, when it comes to passion, love, and enthusiasm for this craft. It's always been some things that have held Danny Myers back. One, I think particularly for me, although he saw himself as a GOAT, he did not act like a GOAT. And I think, you know what I'm saying, when you in the room with kings and queens, even if you have the lifestyle of a peasant, I would still believe you would want to act accordingly and at least fake it till you make it. I think another thing that Danny Myers has helped, that has probably hurt him, is that he's been in contention for champion of the year since 2018, 2019, 2020. At this point, every time around this time, he's in the talks for winning champion of the year. He's in those discussions, but it seems that he always runs into somebody or runs into a situation that he can't overcome. Like 1 year, what was it? It was Pass versus someone else. He took like back-to-back days and got smoked. That's where shout out to Vitafly SP. You want to know what happened? I'll tell you what happened. That's what he got there from what happened to Danny Myers. That's what was coined that year. I think he ran into Holmesy in the tournament, and a lot of people had him. The tournament was tailored for someone like Danny Myers. It was tailored for someone who could prepare quickly, and you know what I'm saying. He ran into a Buzzlaw Holmesy, the guy in the tournament. So, Smoking Kings, I feel like Danny hit his God pocket this year so far. I mean, yeah, but even with you put a comma. You didn't put a period. You put a comma, not a period. Smoking Kings is different. Smoke is different, G. If you would have put a period, an exclamation point, that means there's no discussion. But since you put that comma there, that means a but could be inserted there. I could say, I feel like Danny hit his God pocket, but only this year so far. So we got to see more, man. But what I don't want to see, I don't want to see him take any more insignificant battles, man. Again, you got to treat yourself. You want to be treated like a king, you got to act like a king. You're not going to see someone like Goods battling me. I'm just gonna be honest. You're not gonna see Daylight battling me. You're not gonna see Murder Mook battling me. So I think if the road that he's on right now, you could definitely put Danny Myers up against a Tay-Rock for known. Absolutely. Why couldn't you? He deserves that at that point. At this point, he deserves to be on Summer Madness and known, and he deserves a name with it. And so I would lobby for Tay-Rock, because you know Tay-Rock is going to be one of the guys that's going to be on a big card like that. So definitely, let's look what we got going on in the chat. He says Danny should get who he wants and only come down for major smoke. I mean, I believe that, but again, you know what I'm saying? You don't know what people's pockets is looking like. I think that's where you get a lot of these unnecessary battles sometimes with certain battle rappers, is because battle rap could potentially be their only form of income. And if that happens, money get tight. I mean, hell, we still in the pandemic. It may not look like that in Atlanta, but we still in the pandemic. Hey man, make sure you like it. Make sure you sharing the broadcast. Make sure you shouting the broadcast out on Twitter, man. We are talking a little bit about the URL weekend, but then I definitely want to focus the majority of this time on the RBE full card. You got Max Out. Obviously, the headliner of that event is Hitman Hollow versus Cassidy. Now, obviously, initial thoughts when you heard that, if you were someone like me, it was a WTF. I think I literally kind of double taked at my laptop when the notification came up. Like, Cassidy versus Hitman Holla. Like, you heard all these different names throwing out and attaching themselves to Hitman Holla. You heard a Geeshi attack. He had just attached himself to Hitman Holla. We've been waiting for the Briz versus Hitman Holla matchup. You know, the rookies have been taking their shots at Hitman Holla. So it was a lot of people. It was a lot of people that were gunning for Hitman Holla, but we never thought Cassidy though. Bars is back. We never thought Cassidy. So my initial thoughts when I heard that is St. Louis, we on. Midwest movement, we on. It is our time now, man. Make sure you like and make sure you subscribing to the channel. Of course, make sure you're sharing the broadcast. This is Mr. Check the Temperature. It is Temperature Check Tuesdays, man. We are transitioning from the talks of the URL weekend, and we are now talking about this RBE card, man. I'm excited for this RBE card. Like I said, you give me Cassidy, you give me Hitman Holla. What people need to understand that this battle is not necessarily a battle for battle rap. This is a battle for the overall community. This is a battle for the culture. This is one of those battles that is going to bring the source. Like I said in earlier blog a couple weeks ago, it's going to bring big names like Nick Cannon, Wildin' Out. You're going to see MTV attached to this. You're going to see TMZ attached to this. You're going to see big names in the music industry attached to this. You're going to see people who kind of poke their head around the corner and see, let me see what's going on out there. Let me see what's good. But I'll tell you this. Averb doing what he did, Averb getting 30 this weekend put so much more pressure on Hitman Holla. You already got to think he had enough pressure on him as it is, because if you like me, you got Hitman Holla smoking Cassidy, and it's not even close. It's not supposed to be close, but we see what happens when we set the barometer so high and the underdog makes it a dog fight. Perfect example is Coffee and T-Top. We talking about Cassidy right now the same way we talked about Coffee Brown. We said she wasn't going to win a round. We said it was too many storylines, too many narratives. She wasn't going to be prepared. All these angles. We talked about all of this. And what ended up happening? Y'all sitting here vouching for Cassidy or vouching for Coffee a couple of days later. I think Danny put pressure on himself by making a lot of people the kind of thing. So I don't think the sit down effect will work for Danny. Work in Danny's favor. Real quick, Weed and Battles. That's my guy, man. That's another young gunner in this game of battle rap. Just personalities, battle rap analysts, man. We in Battles. out of Detroit, man. He has a lot of good energy, a lot of positive energy, man. He's just gonna give you the real, raw, unfiltered thoughts and opinions. And so if you're looking for that type of content, if you're looking for someone who's gonna be unbiased, another young gunner, somebody that I personally vouch for, definitely go to subscribe to his channel. But I also vouch for Bumpy Bars. I subscribe to his channel. I also vouch for Smoke King CV. Subscribe to his channel, man. It's a bunch of us out here that are really just trying to make it and trying to be an influence on the culture. You know what I'm saying? And I'm really rooting for everybody. And if there's anything I can do for y'all real quick, I know I didn't kind of verted off the path a little bit, but if there's anything I can do for y'all, any words of wisdom, any type of help, definitely hit me up and I'll definitely help you out if I can. Weed and Battles. Yes, this is absolutely a must win for Hitman. This is a must win for the Midwest. Like I said, when this battle was announced, I said this was the get back. This was St. Louis. This was the Midwest movement spinning the block on all you East Coast battle rappers. The way y'all did Verb, the way y'all did Hitman Holla when they first came out there, this was the get back. This was our time. And you know who messed it up? Verb messed it up. I'm supposed to have my feet kicked up right now. I'm supposed to be just appreciating battle rap right now because the Midwest, not only in battle rap, but in media, is taking over. That's what I'm supposed to be celebrating right now. But what did this dude, Verb, give me on Sunday? Absolutely nothing. He gave us nothing. Nothing to go off of, nothing to be proud of, nothing to work with. And honestly, like I said, it put more pressure on Hitman Holla because now, sir, all eyes are on you. Not only do you got to get back for what happened the first time y'all went on the East Coast. Now you gotta even it up right now because it's not looking good for St. Louis right now. Let's be honest, it's not looking good for St. Louis right now. Hitman Holla, you are now on the clock. But this is what I'll say about Hitman Holla. He does well under pressure. If you think about it, the rookies came out with the top tier disc. It took him 24 hours to respond. Whether you liked it, whether you loved it, you got to think about this. 24 hours to respond to something he didn't have to do. He didn't have to do that. He could focus all his promo energy on Cassidy and be good with that. He can absolutely do that. Oh, my goodness. This is a great question. The Greg Williams, man, shout out to you, man. He says, what happens if Hitman loses? Well, I'm going to tell you right now. If Hitman loses, he can't have no vest soda. The same things I'm telling Verb to have because he's vegan as a punishment. I'm taking away from Hitman Holla because I know he loves it so much. Emos, he can't have no emos. He can't have no vest soda. He can't have no Chinaman. Like it's, bro. Like his stock would go. What could you tell Cassidy if he beat a Hitman Holla? When's the last time Hitman Holla clearly got beat? Let's talk about that. When is the last time Hitman Holla clearly got beat? Are we going to say Sue Surf? Sue Surf? Is that the last? Y'all let me know in the chat. The last time Hitman Holla clearly got beat. Like, and I don't, that battle is debatable. Has Hitman Holla ever clearly been beaten? And I'm sure he has, but how long ago are you going to have to go back to give me his last clear loss? So Cassidy beating Hitman Holla would do more than what the announcement did. What more than the announcement did? The announcement turned us on upside down. I think this would clearly turn the battle rap culture upside down because you're not going to be able to tell Cassidy Nathaniel after this. Nothing. What are you going to be able to tell Cassidy? He already think he 5,000, 3-0, and then you put a Hitman Holla on his resume? What if the culture says that Cassidy beat Hitman Holla? Because again, the barometer is this. Hitman Holla has to smoke Cassidy. He can't have a debatable. He can't have a close one. It's not that. He has to have a body. He needs to deliver Cassidy's body in a body bag zipped up on the feet of the St. Louis Arch as a sacrifice to the entire St. Louis community. That is the expectation for Hitman Holla. Anything less than that is a win for Cassidy. Weed in Battles. Crazy thing that the media hate we really hurt by Verb performance. A Crucible rapper would have smoked Verb with that. I mean, I ain't gonna lie. Just off his lack of aggression, think about it. Now, I'm not gonna say from a lyricist standpoint he would have got beat by a Crucible, but think about Next battling a Verb. The energy that Next brings battling the A Verb that we just saw. Those names right now, with all due respect to Next, should not be in the same. He should not be in the same sentence. He should not be in the same paragraph as an A Verb. But because his stock is doing this, what you gonna do, man? But let's get back to it, man. Second card on this RB or second battle on this RBE card, man. Let's talk about it real briefly. We got O-Red versus Jag. Jag is an industry rapper. This will be his third battle on camera, to my knowledge. He battled who was his first battle against? Jag. First battle was against Math Hoffa. I actually thought he did well in that. I thought he did very well in the Math Hoffa battle for not knowing what he was gonna bring. I love the level of aggression. You could definitely tell he was working. He had been working on his craft, and he was gonna continue to work on his craft. I love the confidence. I love the believability. Like I said, he did pretty good against Math. I hated his third round. Absolutely hated it. But I mean, you know what I'm saying? You took a shot in the dark. You definitely took a shot in the dark. But his second battle, 40 Cal, man, definitely to me was a lackluster battle, man. It was a battle that I thought he could have did a whole lot better in. A whole lot better. So I was very disappointed. Not only from Jag, but also from 40 Cal. So this being his third battle, and you getting O-Red, let's make no mistake, people. O-Red is a former champion of the year. O-Red, when it comes to his pen, is one of the best in battle rap. Period. Not a comma, a period. Doesn't matter if he's URL, but on RBE, it's different. You have like two different versions of O-Red, right? You have the O-Red that you get on URL, and then you have the glow that is O-Red on RBE. I don't know what it is about O-Red and RBE, but it's like when he knows that he's about to battle on RBE, or he knows that he's battling on RBE, he becomes damn near unbeatable. Damn near unbeatable. To be honest with you, you're gonna get a lot of sports flips. You're gonna get a lot of sports analogies from someone like O-Red, man. O-Red is no slouch. She's just coming off of, I want to say, the battle with A-Ward. Jag, I see you doing a lot of promo, sir. I see you doing a lot of promo. You going back and forth with Hitman Holla, potentially setting up your next battle. You know what I'm saying? You doing the ESPN freestyles and things of that nature. I'm gonna tell you like this: O-Red can bring all that to a complete and sudden halt. He can. He can literally bring all of that to a complete and sudden halt if you allow it. You come in there playing, he will make an example out of you. You have to, honestly, you might want to go first. Jag, you might want to go first. Actually, no, you don't, because he's gonna rebuttal what you say. Bruh, I don't know, man. Jag, I know you ready. You sound like you're very confident. This is your biggest test by far. And I don't know if you're gonna be able to beat this one. Like, I honestly, O-Red, And here's another thing, because you're on a card with a Hitman Holla, you're on a card with a Cassidy. All eyes in battle rap, whether it be inside the community, what I want to say, the casual fans, or even mainstream, are going to be locked in because of the names on the main card. They're going to be locked in on these battle on this entire card because of the names in the main event. They're going to be locked into this whole card, and I think that, honestly, all due respect to Jag, man, I just don't see you beating O-Red. You're going to have to show me. And I mean, if you do it, Elrod, hey, man, I agree. Like, I think O-Red is really about to be in a different bag. Like, you have not gone against someone who's gonna bark on you like, Red's gonna be here with you. He's gonna be real here with you. He's gonna be talking to you heavy. You're gonna be able to feel the saliva hit you in the side of the face. I don't think you've done that before. I don't think you've experienced that before. I don't think you've experienced that level of aggression. I think he's about to bark on you. And I hope that you're able to keep a level of professionalism about yourself, because you haven't been in that arena, and you haven't been in there with someone who is dominating you in the battle, and that can get spooky. Just being honest. But shout out to O-Red, shout out to Jag, man. It's definitely gonna be an interesting battle, but again, like I said, I'm not gonna give a prediction just yet. I'm gonna wait. Hopefully get an RBE interviewer, and we'll spin the block on this later. But gun to my head right now, definitely. I know ARP's thing is he doesn't book 30s. Okay, that's fine. It can be a 2-1 clear, though. But again, this is not an official prediction. I will make that official prediction probably next week when I do a video. The next one on the card, man, which honestly, be honest with you, it's my battle of the night. It is my battle of the night. And for one of these competitors, this is the biggest battle of his life. This battle right now can change the trajectory of someone. This battle right now could alter the future of one of these battlers. Who am I talking about? Ill Will versus A Ward. Ill Will versus A Ward. Before we get to A Ward, man, let's talk about Ill Will. Ill Will is going to be on 30. Did y'all forget about this whole narrative that Prep tried to put out there trying to get this battle? Y'all forget that a couple bloggers, a couple people in media and in battle rap leaked some photos claiming that it was Ill Will's girl. Come to find out, it was not Ill Will's girl. And I will say the apology was lackluster at best. Ill Will is like a bill collector. Ill Will is like water. Ill Will is definitely like water. What I mean by that, he can be whatever he needs to be. If he needs to be super aggressive, who don't believe Ill Will? No man that sweats that much. Any man that sweats that much has to have some believability. He really out here in these streets. I wholeheartedly believe that. If he needs to be funny, we know Ill Will is funny. If he needs to angle you, he can do that. He can absolutely do that. So, A Ward, he can, not to mention, he can freestyle and rebuttal. Ill Will can do it all. He's like a bill collector. He's like water. What I mean by that, you see this? This is water. I could have put this in a cup. It would have took the shape of a cup. But I decided to put it in a shaker. And what happened? The water took the shape in the form of the shaker. That is who Ill Will is. But he's probably going against arguably the most talented rapper to never the most talented rapper to never rap on the URL in a war. Rebuttal game crazy. I believe that. Absolutely. Shout out to ARP, man. I saw him on his Instagram live today, and he put a question out there, and he asked, does he think that we could get a fourth round like we did with Sharon and Chef Trez? Do we think we can get a fourth round for Ill Will and A Ward? I definitely believe it's possible. A Ward is no slouch. A Ward is a different type of battler, man. He's unorthodox. He can angle you. He can freestyle you. I mean, he's another one. He's like water. He's another one. This is the battle of water. This is the battle of water. This is Aquafina versus Dasani. Like this is what it's gonna be, man. This is exactly what it's gonna be, man. This could potentially, like I said, imagine. Just bear with me here. Imagine A Ward beating Ill Will clear. Let's say he doesn't 30 him, because I don't think you can't. I highly doubt you 30 Ill Will. But let's say he beats him 2-1 clear. What does that do for A Ward? I'm gonna tell you what it does. Ring, ring, ring. Hello, 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 A Ward. We sorry, A Ward. We didn't know you was like that. You could do the same thing over here that you did on RBE. Okay, we need you. Yep. Here's double the bag, because A Ward, you got to get your money when they do call you. You got it for everything. You need everything, every single penny, every decimal that they're willing to get. You need their food stamps. You need their 2-for-1 coupons. You need all that. But hold on, I'm on the phone where you are. Yeah, he said he'll do the battle, but he need about 15 G's. You got that? A Ward, they said if you 15 G's, they got you. Okay, yep. He said he'll let you know. Actually, he'll let you know because he's still with RBE. Bye. So again, A Ward, it could change his trajectory to his career. I mean, honestly, because Ill Will is one of those guys, whether it be RBE, whether it be URL, he's one of those guys. So a clear win for him. How could you, even though A Ward deserved to be on the URL already anyway, it's just, I mean, it would put it over the top. It would put it over the top. We would have to start a campaign. We would honestly have to start boycotting URL events until they put A Ward on the card. But you never know, man. He mess around and beat a Ill Will clear. What would you say if A Ward's initial introduction to the URL was at a Gnome or at a Summer Madness? It could happen, man, because he far exceeds, you know what I'm saying, where they trying to put him as, where they trying to box him up as. But I think, again, if he can clip Ill Will, I think he's gonna be onto something for sure. A Ward is crazy with it all. Angles, rebuttal, punches. I mean, honestly, the problem is that A Ward, because he's not on these big cards, he's not getting these big names. He's doing what he's doing against the smaller talent because this is what he has to pick from. The fact that he does that, some people try to diminish his bars as if his bars could not work on the URL. You're wrong. We want to see him on the URL. We've seen way worse. We have seen way worse on the URL. So you can spare a battle for A Ward. Let's be for real. So another battle we need to talk about. Serious Jones versus Big K. First of all, shout out to Serious Jones. I'm glad that he is home. I don't know the details of the situation, but he is at least home and he is able to provide for his family. And so salute to ARP for holding Serious Jones down, really. That's what you really need to. Man, ARP is just a stand-up dude, man. Like, he is really someone who invests in his talent, man. A-Ward has to be him. I agree. I definitely agree. But like I said, man, ARP is someone who invests in his talent, someone who rewards loyalty. He rewards loyalty. And that's what he's doing with Serious Jones and Big K by putting them on this card now. Obviously, Big K battling someone coming home from jail. I've seen this before. Have I seen? Yeah, I've seen this before. It didn't end well for Adi Boom. Adi Boom, he not even in battle rap no more. He didn't retire. He got evicted from battle rap. Big K kicked him out the house. That man was sitting there eating his hungry man dinner at the kitchen table. Had just popped that bad boy out the microwave, took off the little plastic lining just so Big K could look at him, throw his plate up against the wall, and proceed to kick him out the house. Never to be seen from again. That's who Big K is. Round of the year, body of the year. In one round, body the man's life. Not even forget battle rap. Body this man life. He can't even live in his neighborhood no more. Like, that's how real it is. That's how real it is right now. But going up against again Serious Jones, man, whose flow and delivery is timeless, man. It's timeless. You don't have to worry about time off or ring rust or anything of that nature when you're dealing with Serious Jones, man. He's just one of those guys where he knows the algorithm, he knows how to make it work for him, and he does it every single time. But like I said, my initial thoughts about it, Serious Jones, I hope, you know what I'm saying, your background is legit and it's solid, because if it's not, Big K's gonna find out. No, I definitely got to be in a preference battle. Definitely got to be in the preference battle. Honestly, I'm probably gonna lean towards Big K, but again, I'm not making my official picks yet. But I'm probably gonna lean towards Big K in this battle. For me, I just feel like he's a better angler, and you got to know he's going with a crowd and his ability to really drive a narrative home, man. I think it might get spooky. I think, you know what I'm saying, I definitely think Big K could find an angle that works for him and make it work. And if he does one of those Big K type Adi Boom type angles, yes or no, that he's done his due diligence. He's not he's not making false claims about something so serious. And that's another thing you got to respect about Big K. If you're going to go there with somebody, you're going to go there and put that type of dirt on their resume, you better be 100% sure. And he is, man. He dots his I's and checks his T's. So Weed and battles, he says, I think Serious Jones washed, but we definitely gonna see, man. We definitely gonna see. It's gonna be interesting. Definitely gonna be interesting to see. Again, obviously, you know, he been writing. He been sitting down for a little minute. So he definitely been writing. He definitely got some things to get off his chest. But Big K, with the angle that he went in the first place, it could get ugly. It definitely could get ugly. It definitely could get ugly. What is the other battle we need to discuss? Oh, Show Off and Rosenberg Raw. Shout out to Show Off. Shout out to Rosenberg Raw before we start this talk. I just saw that Show Off dropped a top tier disc. I'll be honest with you. At this point in time, I am just about tired of hearing people remix that beat. It's getting to the point where this has become almost a mainstream song in battle rap, and I'm not a fan of a lot of mainstream music. Make sure you like and make sure you comment and subscribing to the channel. I appreciate you guys rocking with me, even though I do not have someone to interview. However, You know I'm gonna be spending a lot for feature interviews. I got a couple things I'm working on. You know, Queen of the Ring has a card coming up in April, man. I'll probably try to get somebody on for that. Would love to get somebody from this RBE card for sure. And we'll kind of go from there. Of course, I'm probably gonna spin the block with a Kid Chaos here in the next few weeks. Spin the block with a real sick. Definitely you'll see some of the cornerstone people at Temperature Check. Showtime SP, got to bring them up here. Definitely trying to figure out when I can get my Migos brothers up here. If you don't know who that is, that's Cola from Black Compass Media, and that's the homie Weed and Battles, man. We are battle rap Migos for sure. But in talking about the show off versus Rosenberg Raw, man. Rosenberg Raw is a very underrated rapper. He's very seasoned. He's another one of these old wily vets. While y'all sitting here doing crossovers and step backs, again, crossover and step backs. That's what y'all are doing. Rosenberg Raw, he's out here doing the fundamentals and winning doing the fundamentals. And that is what's most important, right? He's winning during the fundamentals. I gotta stand up real quick to get myself together. Like Rosenberg Ross just coming off a battle with Head Ice. Most people haven't beaten Head Ice. So show off. You might be, you know what I'm saying? You kind of remind me of like an aggressive goods. You're an aggressive goods, sir. But you're a bully. You're a bully in your own right, man. You're a bully in your own right. You're not to be disrespected at all. You definitely don't let that fly. But Rosenberg Raw, again, why you sitting here stuttering, stepping, crossover, stutter step, crossover, step back? Rosenberg Raw is just grabbing the rebound, pushing the ball up the court, and making easy layups on the fast break. And before you look up, the score is now 20-12, and you down by 8. I don't know what's gonna happen in this battle. It's gonna be a very interesting battle, man. One thing, I think I'm gonna have to lean towards Rosenberg Raw, honestly. But one thing I do want to talk about, man, when we talk about ARP, man, and RBE, brick by brick, I think we're really devaluing or we're really undervaluing what he is able to accomplish, what RBE and that platform is able to accomplish. Why I say that is they don't have the luxury to get a Tay-Rock on their card. They don't have the luxury of grabbing a T-Top on their card. They don't have the luxury of grabbing a New Jersey Twerk on their card. So when you think about all those battle rappers that are on URL that you probably only seen on URL, because very few can go between the URL and RBE. So when you're seeing all of those battlers on the URL that cannot or do not cross over to RBE, man, those are just so many missed opportunities that not only do the battlers miss out on because they're cutting themselves off an extra bag, but also RBE misses out on because now they have to figure out how to make limit out of lemonades. And to ARP's credit, to Lawrence's credit, man, they have been able to do so. Definitely have been able to do so. I think this card overall, again, given what they have, I think is a very solid card, man. I personally would have loved to see. I would have loved to see. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? Loso's probably another one that I don't know if he can make that crossover between RBE and URL. But if he could, I would have loved to see Loso versus Matt Myron. I mean, honestly, why couldn't that happen on that card? The promo's already there. They already agreed to do the battle, but because of COVID, how Kings and Queens got pushed back, it just completely wrecked Loso's schedule, and that's why this battle hasn't gotten booked or hasn't. It's been booked, but it hasn't happened yet. But like I said, man, going forward, definitely gonna be talking about this card more. I also got hit up by my guy from over in England, man. There's a battle rap event that just happened this weekend that I have the opportunity to watch some of their battles, and we're gonna do a recap. Let me make sure I got the right person because I don't want to misquote the league or anything of that nature. So Yen Dizzy is his name. The card is called The Final Process. Let me see. I'm looking at the trailer. No Lose Chat Entertainment, man. That's the name of the platform it's on YouTube. So definitely check that out, man. I'm going to be looking at these battles and giving you guys some recap, man. You know, you gotta support culture, the culture, you know what I'm saying, worldwide. And this is a worldwide culture. You wouldn't believe it, but I've talked to people from Ghana, I've talked to people from Jamaica, I've talked to people from obviously England and London and I've talked to people, you know what I'm saying, from all over the world, from Canada, obviously Mexico. I've done. I definitely appreciate you, Queen. I definitely appreciate you tapping in the support. Much love, much love. Definitely. Let me definitely salute to you. But I'm definitely looking forward to that. I'll also say this: you probably will see me at an event sometime, if not late 2021, definitely in 2022, man. I'm definitely gonna make my goal within the first year and a half, 2 years of battle rap. I want to go to a URL event, a RBE event, and I definitely want to go to like a Black Ice Cartel event. I wouldn't mind Gates of the Garden either. So those are some of the battle rap platforms I plan on pulling up to. Also, I definitely want to get into face-offs, man. I really want to start hosting face-offs and really dipping my toe in that water. So if you know of a league that needs some promo, that wouldn't mind, you know what I'm saying, Mr. Check the Temperature doing a face-off with a couple of their talent, I would definitely love to lend my services, you know what I'm saying, and see what that's like, man. Definitely see what that's like. But I definitely appreciate y'all rocking with me, man. I'm not gonna hold y'all. You know me, man. I like to keep my episodes within an hour, man. No more than like an hour 15, depending on that interview. But I appreciate y'all rocking with me, man. Definitely temperature check clothing is still going on, man. I will be shipping out orders tomorrow. We got dad hats, we got hoodies in black, dark gray. That military green is super fire, man. Even got white t-shirts. $10 for the shipping nationwide. If you are international, we got to talk because I just sent my first international order over. Shout out to my guy Matthew Maxey, man. He was on the live interview I did with Real Sick and ended up winning a hoodie. So it was like $30 to ship that joker. So you know what I'm saying? If you win something and you outside the country, we need to talk turkey because I can't be taking too many hits like that. But it's all love, man. I appreciate y'all rocking with me. Definitely go back and check some of the content that I just dropped today. Averb, St. Louis need to holler at you. That's definitely a good one. And First Lady Flames and Kid Chaos, man. All losses are not bad losses. Y'all keep rocking with me. Keep supporting the brand. Keep supporting the movement, man. Share out the channel, man. Just keep talking about me in different pockets. And y'all see what I've done in just under 10 months, man. It'll be a year in July that I started the channel. So we're gonna keep elevating, and I'm here to stay, man. So kick your feet up, come hang with me. But this is Temperature Check. I am your host as always, man. Mr. Check the Temperature. Like, comment, subscribe to the channel. And like always, we just getting started. Y'all be easy.